Hey everyone, this is Ibezinga again. Today I'll be drinking another White2Tea tea, which is the 2024 Snitch, which is a blend, of course, from 2024, and we'll just get right into it. I've got 5 grams in my 75 milliliter Gaiwan, and I've got my water right off the boil. So we'll start off with a quick rinse. Which yields a pale golden color, and let it steam for a hot second. So about this tea, as you know, White2Tea is usually generally very obscure with their sourcing. So all we know about this tea is that it's got a classic Monghai character. Doesn't really mean that it's from Monghai, but it probably is. But Monghai is of course a very big area, so we won't know from which area exactly it is. And the website just says, put this raw puerh blend up against any other vendor at the same price point and see what happens. If you don't like it, you're telling on yourself. That's all we know from this tea. So we just have to take this tea at front value, and we'll give it a quick whiff. So honestly, not a lot of scent, just smells like raw puerh. I have to say I do get that same scent I get from, as I said in one of my previous videos, where you get that wok scent, like that wok taste. I do get that just a little bit in this tea. So that's of course because this tea is still quite fresh, but then again I don't get this scent in a lot of other teas, so don't know what's going on with that, but that's something surprising. There we go. It's still opening up, so I just let it steam. I just broke off a chunk of the sample. As you can see, there's some activity going on. Let's see if the camera picks it up. Some activity, also some oiliness on this tea. I've had this tea once before actually, and I wrote in my notes that it felt quite viscous in the mouth, but that was a part of the Bing hole I received, or I brewed up from the same sample. So we'll just see if this tea has that same viscosity. Cheers. Okay. Not very oily, but that might be the leaves still opening up. Although it's getting there, and it's already very oily in the mouth. It's coating the mouth. It doesn't have, of course it's raw puerh, so a young raw puerh, so it will have bitterness. No real astringency, but quite oily, which is very nice. There we go. And what I noted last time I had this is that it had a warming quality to it, as well as it put the stomach to work. It had a quite nice body feel. It was relaxing and made me alert at the same time. And already from the first infusion, I wouldn't even say the first real infusion, I'm already getting that returning sweetness, which is very nice. And also, like, you know, you get that tingle on the tip of your tongue with some raw puerh. Well, I'm getting that already. So for me, this is a very qualitative raw puerh, and exactly as the name suggests, I think at this price point it is one of the best raw pours I've had. So I've had La Sombra and Filter on this channel. I've reviewed them before on this channel. They are at exactly the same price point, so around $50 for a cake. And I have to be fair, this one is my favorite out of the three. Filter had more of those top notes, if I remember correctly. La Sombra has more of those bass notes, a bassy quality to it, and this one, I have to say, falls squarely in the middle. Perhaps leaning a bit towards the more bass quality, but definitely that some of those higher pitched notes are also there. And right now I'm getting that, like that next to that faint wok aroma, I'm also getting like stewed vegetables. Like if you would make like noodles and you bake your vegetables, I'm getting some of that scent as well. The leaves themselves are actually also quite nice. Of course, they're still quite compressed, as you can see, but I feel like this brew will be more representative, and you can see a lot of oiliness in the tea, which is very nice. I can see from when I poured my water in the Guy one that the tea was already quite viscous, quite thick, and I think this infusion will show the true potential of the thickness of this tea. So cheers. Yeah, there's that oiliness. Thick, medium thick, leaning on thick. And again, very coating. All of my mouth. The front, the back, the middle. And that fleeting bitterness. Very fleeting. Doesn't last 5 to 10 seconds. It's gone completely now. Yeah, that's actually great. So I don't know if there's a lot else to tell about this tea. Like it's a great tea. I wholeheartedly recommend this tea. Let me know in the comments if you've had this tea before, what you think about it, if there are teas from other vendors in the same price point you've actually found better than this one. Perhaps your insights as how this tea will age, perhaps. Just let me know in the comments. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and consider subscribing. So I'll see you all next time, and I hope you have a very good day. Cheers.